Falcons. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the Central Florida product is I.J. Harvey. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They'll take that 14 yards on play number 1. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the Bucs are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
They'll start on the ground with Irving. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. When you talk about this Falcon defense, they've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
So prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
Mayfield on play action. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. James Pierce from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. Throwing, Mayfield. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 34.
180. What's up?
Baker going to give it to Irving. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Divine Diablo there to make the stop.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Now Mayfield. And there's a short one taken in by Otten. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. They got spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
That is caught. is going to have the Buccaneers first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
And the Buccaneer first down.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And his pass incomplete.
Offense is moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Kings!
Mayfield. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. But now if they wanted to, they could move the ball up to the 1 and go for 2.
Yeah, that's exactly right, because normally the ball's at the 2 when you go for 2. But if they want it now and force a penalty to the 1, but if they wanted to kick it, right, don't they just move it up?
And just move it up to the 10.
Right, move it up to the 10 if they still wanted to kick it.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
On the ground, it's Harvey to start the drive. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 38-yard line.
Once more with Harvey. And some space here. Down the right sideline. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Falcons. R.J. Harvey. His 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. To throw, Mayfield. He brings it in over the middle. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Buccaneers.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
2nd down and 4.
180, up.
They'll run here, the former Longhorn with it. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. 7-7, our score after 1. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd.
King. Set. 180. Point it right, point it right, point it right. What's that?
Mayfield looks to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have a Bucs first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
20. What's that?
Straight ahead, it's Irving. That's a run to ball now. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Bucky Irving, 29 yards. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
Falcons 7.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70, Mustang 19.
Here's 2nd and 8. And it's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, 63 yards. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Foot connects on the extra point. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point, because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
A run up the middle with Irving. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easy.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Buried behind the line by Azeez Ojulari.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Here's Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And he lost the football. Goodness, nobody wanting to hold on to that football. 2 fumbles, one by each team on the same play. Not something you see every week.
No, not at all. And you and I both know how important possessions are nowadays in the NFL because there's not much difference between teams. So when you get a chance for a takeaway, you've got to hold on to the football yourself. Don't give it right back to him.
And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. 56 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 11.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. This 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Irving. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. First down.
Partner, those are back-to-back 6-yard runs, and if they're going to continue to get those types of plays, shoot, you just keep running the same stuff, don't you?
That was 1st and 10, then 2nd and 4. Now 1st and 10 again. Mayfield now. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Now 2nd and 3.
At the 24-yard line.
Mayfield to throw it. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
And the Buccaneers first down.
Back to throw now on first down. That one out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Watts. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 70 Lions.
Up the middle, it's Harvey. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
18 Cardinal, Dragon 60.
Second and 11. And it'll be intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over. at the 20-yard line.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. The party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No.
Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Buccaneers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14.
Chase McLaughlin picking off the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 8. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Now Penix going to hold on to it. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
Let's go. Panther 60, Panther 60, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat, Panther 11.
Looking to throw, Penix. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Set. Viking 8, 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Buffalo 18.
They'll go play action here with Penix. He'll air this one out from Mims. Going quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Smash, 60.
They run straight ahead with Harvey. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, Penix from the gun. He gets this into the hands of Harvey. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 32-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
32-yard line.
Harvey now on 1st and 10. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
This is 2nd and 8. Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. To the air, Penix. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll go for it. Here's Penix. Touchdown, Falcons! Marvin Mims, 29 yards. And the Falcons take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Extra point up and good by Folk. And we are tied at 21. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams. And that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Hey, alert, 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 alert! Run.
From the gun, Mayfield. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
Buccaneers, 1st down.
Regular.
A gain of 12. First down, Tampa Bay.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Mayfield off the play fake. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Here's a handoff to Irving. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons 16.
86 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll try and run here with Irving. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. Got to kick it, right? I mean, even the short yardage, you boot this thing, don't you?
Yeah, but I know how aggressive you are. I know what you want. You want to go for it, don't you? You're feeling it, aren't you?
Yeah, but treat it like a football game, not like Madden.
I like that. Fight the temptation. Kick the field goal, because if you go for it and don't get it, you put a lot on your defense in a short amount of time.
Mayfield to throw for it on fourth. Looking middle, and he's got Ibuka. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
180!
Now we'll give Irving running right. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
They go play action. Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Buccaneers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Look at this, a tight end carry. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth.
Falcons 21. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Out of the gun, they go with Harvey. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 124 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's first and 10 now. Again, it's Harvey. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
They'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
What can they draw up now? Time to find out on a 3rd and 8.
Back to throw.
Complete. It's Dotson. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
First down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
He'll look to throw.
Now Pennett's going to hold on to it. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Out of the gun, a run with Harvey.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you've got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
Well, this defense needing a stop here. Got to have it. 3rd and 9.
He's back to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Just too much air on the ball. That's a missed opportunity in a game where you don't have many opportunities left.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. They are going for it. Penix working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Falcons are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And with the scoreboard against them here in the fourth quarter, this was definitely 4-down territory. Really nice job there finding a way to get open, and a really nice throw. That sets them up with first and goal.
And they'll try the option on first and goal.
And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
And now the decision is to go for 2. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here. They'll try and run it in. And he will not get into the end zone. The defense makes the stop of the game on the 2-point try, and they might just get out of here with a win after all. So the clock sits at 16 seconds as they line up for the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down. Smiles on that sideline. That should be the one to do it. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a traiing facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Falcons going to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
180! Run, run, run.
Try to take this home. They'll run. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for the Buccaneers,
it's a rare win, just their second in these first 8 games.
And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaud. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.